Baltimore sideline to look at head coach John Harbaugh. His team fired up and ready for this one. Across from him, his counterpart, Bills head coach Sean McDermott. His guys come in off what he described as a strong week of practice, looking to put one in the win column in front of these home fans.
Mitch Wishnowsky set to kick off.
Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen. It is for real. Season begins here. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. So the Ravens will come out. They are led by the man who's won the MVP twice and was the runner-up a season ago. Hard to believe it is year 8 for Lamar Jackson as the Ravens quarterback.
Is there a more exciting guy in the NFL to watch play quarterback than this guy, Mike? I mean, one of the most dynamic athletes to ever play the position. And what's truly unique about him is his ability to beat you both as a runner and equally as a passer. And that's really where his game has developed. Defensive coordinators, they don't sleep very much when they know they're facing this guy and all the problems that he presents.
And he's going to be hit and dropped behind the line. Great push upfield defensively. What a way to start this one.
Second and 11.
You spend all week on your opening script. What are the plays that allow you to find a rhythm and have some early success offensively? Well, in this case, that first play you drawn up sent you going back the wrong direction. How does that change this play caller's approach to the ground game going forward?
Hopkins sent in motion. Design run here with Jackson. He's going nowhere. Losing yardage on that play.
Well, they've got him going backwards now, Mike, and this is a worrying trend. We've seen it now the last 2 plays. They have to be able to generate some leverage at the point of attack. Count on positive yardage in the run game.
After losses on the last 2 run plays, they face 3rd down and 14. From the gun, Jackson. He's going to put it up, take a shot for Hopkins. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down. So the drive ends, and on comes Jordan Stout to kick it away.
Stout in punt formation for the Ravens.
A short field.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
The Bills offense heading out, and they are led by the MVP of the National Football League, 29-year-old quarterback Josh Allen in the prime of his career.
Great field position as they take the field for their first possession of the game. And so far, really nice complementary football. Defense gets a stop. Special teams gets the big return. Now it's up to the offense. Can they do their job and try to secure a touchdown here to take an early lead?
That's taken in. Keon Coleman. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They got it inside the 15. First catch for him on this new season, and it results in a 1st down. They go play action now. Here's Allen. And he's going to beat this one, and down he goes. Tavius Robinson. He's into the sack column early in the season. A sack on this opening drive.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
Allen now on 2nd down. Inside the 10 get yourself out of a second and 20 hole. Big gain there. It'll leave them just shy of the first down.
And brings up
It's going to be third. They need one. Play fake. It's Allen to the goal line and in. Khalil Shakir. Touchdown to Buffalo. For Josh Allen, the reigning MVP of the NFL. First touchdown pass of this 2025 season. Tyler pass now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Bills have their first lead of the new year. They're up 7-0 here in the season opener.
To kick off.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. There'll be no return forthcoming, so the ball comes out to the 35. So on come the Ravens, and Greg, what a story again last year, 12-5, 13-4 the year before that. Regular season, they have been as good as almost anyone in the NFL, but it's the story if you're living in the AFC. Get over that hump, whether it's Buffalo or Kansas City, it's hard to get to the big game on this side of the draw.
Oh, there's no question, and I think if you're Baltimore and you're Buffalo and you look around, you say, man, we should have a couple Super Bowl titles. If we were living in a non-Patrick Mahomes, Andy Reid era, maybe teams would look at us a little bit different than they do, but they just need to continue to stay the course. Lamar Jackson, one of the best players, regardless of position, in the entire league, multiple-time MVP winner, so they have a Super Bowl roster. Let's make no mistake about it. They need to just continue to hold serve in the regular season, continue to play for division titles, get as many home playoff games as possible. So when the money's on the line and trips to Super Bowl, they need these games to come through Baltimore.
That's another quick first down, and that's a 25-yard gain. So one quarter in the books on our first Sunday night telecast of the year. 7-0 is our score. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. Raven football, quarter number 2 begins as they've got it with 1st and 10. Pistol formation with Jackson. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. 13 yards the gain, down to the 13-yard line. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. They'll motion a tight end right. On 1st down, he'll stay on the ground with Henry. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
So there's multiple factors, Mike, that make blitzes successful. So, of course, there's the initial design. Can you attack the vulnerabilities of the offense's blocking scheme? And then in this case, the next phase is the timing. You can see this linebacker knew exactly when that ball was going to be snapped. The offensive line had no chance to identify and pick him up, and he's able to bring him down for a loss.
That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins was the intended target for that one. And 3rd down coming up.
10 yards to go.
The shotgun, here's Jackson. Whoa. He will score! DeAndre Hopkins. Touchdown, Baltimore.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
The game at 7.
We're on top, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. This taken at the 5. Across the 20, they'll mark them down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over.
At their own 24.
The Bills offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. You know, Greg, as we get the season going, obviously the adjustment to last year's new kickoff rules in place. We talked to a lot of coaches during the year. Folks didn't seem too bothered about letting the other team have the ball at the 30-yard line after a touchdown. But the 35-yard line, I don't know, does that feel any different to you?
You know, it does, and I think the part that people don't talk about enough, Mike, is the impact that it's making on going forward on 4th down, not settling for field goals. Because remember, in the old days, if you got stopped inside the 5 or you scored inside the 5, it was all the difference that I kicked the touchback. They got the ball for 20. It wasn't that much of a spread. But now all of a sudden, is it in my best interest to settle for a field goal and kick off when I could give you the ball at the 35? Or even if I fail down there tight in the red zone on the 3, you now possess the ball inside your own 5-yard line. So I think that's an element now that's causing offenses to go for more touchdowns, kick less field goals, because the ensuing kickoff is giving my opponent the ball in much more favorable territory.
You know, the other rule that is adjusted are overtimes in the regular season will mirror playoff overtime, each team getting the ball. I'm so happy, Greg, because I just felt so incomplete when a team got to overtime, but then their offense, which may be the most part of the team, never got on the field.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more when you hear everyone say, "Oh, we're just getting stopped." Well, you know, it's like that legendary game between Mahomes and Josh Allen where neither team stopped it. It was just an offensive touchdown festival. So you won a coin toss and you get the ball. Well, the other team's defense hadn't gotten a stop the whole game. If Josh Allen got the ball first, he probably would have scored on a walk-off. So I love the idea of both teams getting the ball. If a game is good enough to go to overtime, let's finish it. We don't need to be in a rush. There's no curfew. Let's let the guys finish it on the field, a lot more similar to how the regular game goes and not have significantly different game flow come overtime.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Again, it's Allen to the air. They'll set up the screen to Cook. This one to be sniffed out, blown up in the backfield. So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. To the air once more is Allen. A pass right side by Coleman. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
It's a gain of 20.
The production has been sensational early on. The last catch putting him over 100 receiving yards. And we still have another half to play. 1st and 10. On play action, here's Allen. That is brought in at the 10. And he's into the end zone. Luther Burden. Touchdown, Bills. For Burden, that is his first touchdown in the NFL.
You know, there's so many key factors that allow a play like this, Mike, to have so much success. And, of course, like anything, it starts with the quarterback being accurate. It's such a big part of NFL football right now is the run after the catch, but the accuracy of the ball allows the receiver to turn into a runner after securing the catch. So great job there by the quarterback, and then sometimes it's just a foot race to the pylon and speed kills, and the wide receiver gets the ball, secures it, and he does the rest.
kickoff.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. The Ravens offense going to take over here in the last minute of this first half. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. Back to throw, Jackson. There's a short one caught by Andrews. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on 1st down. Now the Ravens use their first timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here's 2nd and 2. Here's Jackson. Goes down. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throw away. Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their 2nd. They stop it here with just under 40 seconds until halftime. 3rd, they need 8. Now Jackson. The Bills will use the first of their timeouts. It'll come with 36 ticks left on the first half clock. Here's Jordan Stout now as he'll take this a yard or 2 into his own end zone. That's a very nice return. He's giving the offense a short field. The Bills offense going to take over just before the half. They've got the lead, and they'll set forth trying to build on it. They're going to do that with excellent field position. First and 10, and it's Allen. In the middle, he's got to complete to Colby. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
That's good for a Buffalo Bills. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
First down, Allen. And he's in. Got to a homer. Touchdown, Buffalo.
You hear coaches, you hear commentators, everybody talks about that middle 4, like the final 2 minutes of the 2nd quarter and the first 2 minutes of the 3rd quarter. Here they are now. They go down and they steal a late touchdown to end the half. Remember, they're going to get the ball first coming out of the break.
Now pass to tack on the extra point. His kick is good. And the Bills will take a 21-7 lead.
Set to kick off.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. From the 6, here comes a return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
They do try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Taken down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Halftime coming up. We'll get you down to Scott Hansen and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Today is the day. The debut of our new halftime show. Buckle up, everyone. I think you're going to like it. Our look around the NFL starts now. At Northwest Stadium in Landover, the Commanders at home to take on their rivals, the New York Football Giants. And here is the running back. He's going to find some open space, and he's gone. Next up, Lambeau Field. Let's look in on the Packers. They're hosting the Detroit Lions. And he was a top 10 rusher from a year ago, Josh Jacobs. He had 15 touchdowns on the ground last year. He's got his first of the new season right now. The Packers wind up taking this one by a touchdown. One more for you. Let's go to SoFi Stadium. It's the Rams taking on the Houston Texans. And it's the veteran Matthew Stafford. He's looking to throw. Nothing's there, so he takes off. And he takes off to the painted grass. Touchdown. 20 yards on the scramble. With that, a look at what's already transpired and what's still to come in a busy first week of the new season. Meanwhile, in our game, it was a competitive, hard-hitting first half. We expect more of the same going forward as we send you back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. On the return, this is strong. And he is stopped. 25. The drive will begin there. Head coach Sean McDermott there as the Bills get set for their next possession. So, Greg, you start to think about, okay, who are the teams that didn't make the playoffs last year that have a chance this year? Look, it happens every year. We just have to identify who they are. Who are a couple top of mind for you as we start 2025 here?
You know, as I start in the AFC, I think the Cincinnati Bengals, and you got to think the way their season ended last year, they rattle off 5 wins straight, really on the back of Joe Burrow. You could have made the argument that they're a playoff team. Joe Burrow is the best player. And he was incredible most weeks, Mike. He single-handedly carried that offense. Now, new defensive coordinator in Al Golden coming from the college ranks. Can he just make that defense in Cincinnati average? Because if they just play a little bit better with that high-profile offense, I think they're a team. They might not win the division with Baltimore, but they're going to be close and maybe at least get one of those wild cards.
I want to flip it over. Who are the guys you watch from the NFC?
I think Dallas is going to find themselves just for the fact that I know the division is difficult. Obviously, Philadelphia remains really strong. Does Washington kind of regress a little bit back now in year 2? They were high-profile, big splash team last year. Do they regress to the median? Time will tell. But I think healthy Dallas, healthy Dak, healthy Micah Parsons, like that roster that we saw play last year is not the roster on paper that we expected to see. So I think Dallas has a chance. I think San Francisco always is going to be a team, again, dealt with their own injuries last year with McCaffrey and all the stuff on defense. So I think San Francisco and Dallas are 2 perennial teams we expect to be.
And he's in! Deion Fuller! Touchdown, Bills! That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
Here's Bass now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Bills will extend this 3rd quarter lead.
Mitch Wishnowsky set to kick off.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Dante Wester now to return it. And he will only be able to muster the 20-yard line on that return. The Ravens offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. Greg, when you step back and look at this AFC North, Baltimore and Pittsburgh, their rivalry now really for a couple of decades has in so many ways defined this division, and they set the tone for everything that happens when you are in an AFC North game.
And you talk about divisions having identities, they have their culture. Really at the top, Baltimore and Pittsburgh kind of want to play a similar style game, strong on defense, great run game. Obviously, Baltimore adds the extra element with Lamar Jackson. To me, the fascinating team, though, is what kind of jump can we expect, Mike, from the Cincinnati Bengals?
I agree with you, because if you think about the toughness and the physicality, Cincinnati can put up points in an electrifying fashion, and even the one year Cleveland was up near the top of the division, they did that as well. But you come back to the defensive side of the ball, and when I look at these teams here, I just think, man, these are defenses that can stop anybody in the league, and that's where you've got to invest in this division.
Yeah, I think that's what's so fascinating about Cincinnati is they're kind of the outlier. They're the pass-heavy, they're the spread attack, they've got unbelievable weapons on the outside. Obviously, Joe Burrow, a quarterback. But it was the defense, and you said it, their inability to be as good on the defensive side of the ball as Baltimore, as Pittsburgh traditionally, but especially last year, is really what allowed them to be the odd man looking in when they missed the playoffs. So I think if Cincinnati can just improve a little bit on defense, they have the offense to now enter and make it a three-man race in the AFC North.
Ravens bring their punt team out. This brought in out past the 20. Ooh! And how about that? Nice return there, picking his way up past the 35-yard line. The Bills' offense and Keon Coleman set to get back to work. You know, Greg, early on, it's always new faces in different places. Off-season movement, what caught your eye?
I think there's so many good ones, right? You talk about Stephon Diggs. He ends up in New England. And Cooper Kupp now. He's moving on to Seattle from the Rams. But I think it's the guy the Rams signed to replace him, Davante Adams. I know he's not the youngest anymore, but watching him play in New York with Aaron Rodgers last year with the Jets, he can still run. He can still make every catch. He can still go up and compete at the high point. I think you put Davante Adams with Matthew Stafford, Puka Nacua, in that offense run by Sean McVay. I think that's a sneaky, maybe not a sneaky because he's a really household name, but I think that's a...
And he will go all the way. For Josh Allen, a milestone there. TD pass number 200 of his career. What a luxury to have in an offense, a tight end who can take it down the field like that and take it the distance. Shades of Greg Olsen back in the day.
Well, I appreciate that, Mike, but I think it's clear by now that we all know what's the most impactful position on offense. It's the tight end. And when you have a guy like this who can not only make those difficult catches underneath, but who can get down the field for these big plays, man, you got yourselves a win.
Mitch Wishnowsky set to kick off.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Wester now to return it. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
That is caught out wide on the RPO. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
To number 7, Rashad.
We are through three quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. play fake. Jackson. Under pressure, and he'll go down. He got him. Big Eddie Oliver working his way in to register his first sack of the new season.
It probably would have been better off just handing the ball off to the running back, Mike, because when they used him as a decoy, nobody fell for it. By the time he finished his fake and got his head around, the defense was all over him.
Real quick.
Jackson now on second down. That's caught. Derrick Henry. He's across midfield. Now inside the 25. And he will score. Derrick Henry. Touchdown, Ravens. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. This little payoff with a touchdown, right?
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
The extra point, up and good. And the Ravens are able to cut into the deficit.
14.
Down 3 scores, and it's late. They're going to need a few bounces to go their way. They'll start right here, trying to get an onside kick.
You have no choice. You find yourself down big here late in the fourth quarter, Mike. You got nothing to lose. Give it a shot. Nice job here by the hands team recovering. They're going to take over possession.
So Allen and the Bills getting set for their next possession. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. Allen is going to give it to Cook. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
They'll go play action here with Allen. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force third down.
Third down and 11.
Play action. It's Allen. He gets this complete to Shakir. He's in! A little Shakir. Touchdown to Buffalo. That's his second touchdown now here in the season opener. So add another touchdown and touchdown pass for that matter. He has thrown 6 already in this one. Amazing stuff. Takes the point try by Bass. It's up and through. And the Bills will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter.
Mitch Wishnowsky set to kick off.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kicks away. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. So here's the Baltimore offense getting set for their next drive. Well, Greg, this is going to take a lot of self-reflection here. You build up so much for the season opener. To struggle like this has got to be a tough feeling.
Yeah, we've never spoken to a team before their week 1 matchup where they didn't tell us this is the best training camp they've ever had, it's the best roster they've ever had. I mean, how many times have we heard that? So in this case, though, Mike, I think you have to be careful that you don't overthreat. Of course, this did not go according to plan. This is not what they've been building to through their entire offseason schedule, but it's still also just one game. So don't throw everything in the garbage and start all over. Don't throw out all the hard work from the previous offseason. Stay the course, fix what went wrong, improve, and move on to week 2.
Here's a 2nd and 6. Lamar, good work for the pistol. He'll step up and run. And he's going to go into the end zone on an electrifying run. Lamar Jackson. Touchdown, Baltimore. You talk about a quarterback getting things done with his legs. Everything covered downfield, but they couldn't cover him as he went down the field for a touchdown.
Mike, sometimes as a defensive coordinator, you just can't prepare for everything. In this case, you have the play defended perfectly. Passing lanes are all taken away. Everyone in coverage is where they're supposed to be. So what does the quarterback do? He tucks the ball away, and he takes it the distance for 6.
The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
Late in the game, this is where you see teams really start taking some chances. And boy, this was a big one, but it's not going to work out.
So Allen and the Bills getting set for their next possession. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read, seemingly every time. Play action now, and here's Allen. That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
I know it fell for an incompletion, but pretty impressive. He was able to push that ball really far downfield as he was being hit. Really says a lot about the arm strength that this quarterback has.
Now Allen to throw on 2nd down. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short.
Really nice timing on that slant route. We can tell the quarterback and the wide receiver are completely on the same page, and when executed at that level, it's virtually impossible to stop.
Here's 3rd and 2. With the Bears in 1943, and then Adrian Burke of the Eagles in 1954. We've waited a long time. Now they have company. Pass now for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Bills are going to extend their lead.
Mitch Wishnowsky set to kick off.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. This will be returned from the 6. We'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. The Ravens offense trying to get back at it. They'll begin with 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. Second down, 8 yards to go.
2 yards on the pickup.
Now Jackson. Forced to his right. He runs with it. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line.
On the tackle. It's a gain.
So the Bills Mafia goes home happy. It's a win for Buffalo. They move to 1-0, getting the victory to begin the new campaign. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen. Our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Bills are victorious as we say so long from Buffalo.
The new season starts now. I'm Scott Hansen, and you are tuned in to the brand new EA Sports Weekly Recap for Week 1. Plenty to get to. Let's start in Landover. The Commanders at home to take on the New York Giants. And this is the running back. He's going to get the ball, get loose into the secondary, and that's all she wrote. He's gone. Got another one to get to right now. How about Gang Green, the Jets, as they host the Pittsburgh Steelers? And this is Calvin Austin. He's going to look this one in, and they're not gonna catch him. He'll take it all the way to the end zone. What a play for the score. The Steelers come away with the victory on the road in the season opener. Lastly, let's head to Buffalo. The Bills taking on the Baltimore Ravens. And it's the tight end, Dalton Kincaid. He's so good working down the field, hauls this one in stride. This is going to wind up as a 57-yard touchdown. The Bills get the win in the opener. Could this finally be their year? They'll start 1-0. That's a wrap. Until next time, I'm Scott Hansen. Good night from all of us at EA Sports.